Hey guys, it's Johnny here. So I had somebody ask me the other day, how do I do pull-ups if I don't have a pull-up bar? Now, I'm lucky enough to have a pull-up bar. So I'm going to show you how you would do the pull-up from a pull-up bar, but then I'm going to give you some other options as to how you can do upper back exercises and in your lats. Your lats are your angel wings, right? So when you're doing a pull-up, you're pulling on your upper lats, but it's going all the way down into a little bit in the rector spinae, but into your back. So I'm going to show you how to do some modifications. So I have, because I'm out of shape again, excuse me, sneezing. So I have a pull-up bar and I have a pull-up assist band. So if you have one of these, now you can modify a pull-up assist band by taking out, like if I wanted to make it harder, I could take out the center one. You don't want to take all three of them out, obviously. That wouldn't work anymore. But this is a good option. It's relatively cheap. The pull-up bar itself is all Beachbody stuff. So you can get it through me, through my shop. But you put your foot in it, and it's better than a chair, I think. So a normal pull-up, you're going to come wide, right? And then with your foot here in the stirrup, you're going to use this to help you bring leverage up in your back. So you're going to squeeze and pull up as high as you can. And then, if you want to add a little something to it, you come back very slow. It's called an eccentric move. And what it's doing is it's pulling your lats, but you're actually forcing against gravity and your own body weight. So I'll do it again. Up, and then back down. Now there's a lot of ways that you can do a pull-up. You can do V pull-ups where you come to the side. You can do a short pull-up where you're just pulling up and together. You can do a chin-up where you twist your arms this way. You can do alternating arms. Whatever you want to do, mix it up and get crazy. So that's basically a basic pull-up with an assist. And I wish that I was strong enough to do a full pull-up without it. In fact, I'll try it. Just for kicks, right? Oh, no, I can't pull myself up. But here's the thing, is that in order to practice without the pull-up assist, if I just hang here and pull a little bit, I'm still getting some of those muscle recruitment so that I can later do a full pull-up. So let me show you a modification of this. Getting out of breath. All right, so note here, we have a door and I have a band, a resistance band. Now this is a magenta color. Different resistance bands from different companies are different resistance weights. So the magenta one is a step up from the normal red one, and this is, again, a Beachbody band. This door attachment goes through the door and around and just loops. So you want to make sure you have a door that not only can close all the way, but can lock so somebody doesn't come in or you don't bust the door open, because you want to make sure you don't hurt your face. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come back into a lunge. So Misha, if you want to come to the side here. So I'm going to come down pretty low, and I'm going to come at an angle with my body. Notice this? So that as I pull back, I'm actually simulating the same thing as a pull-up bar. Now I can come like this with my arms, like a pull-up, or I can come like this and in, or I can come up like a chin-up. So I can do a lot of modifications with it. And the important thing is to get a really strong center base so that as you're pulling back, you're actually recruiting those same muscle groups that you are when you're upright. Now obviously, a full pull-up is better because you're using your body resistance. So I'm pulling up 150 pounds when I'm pulling up on my pull-up bar. When I'm pulling on this, I'm just pulling up against whatever resistance is here, plus whatever tension I can put into it. So you can actually add a little tension to it or get a stronger band. So another thing you can do is just using free weights or heavy milk jugs. Just something heavy can work. And again, same thing. I'm going to come down like this and I'm pulling up. Now it's a slightly different move, so you're working out a slightly different angle of the muscle. However, I'm still getting a little bit into those lats. Another thing that I can do is an Arnold press, where I come up and down. I can even throw in a little bicep curl if I want to. Engage and recruit in those biceps. Get those shoulders in. And another thing that you can do a lot with these free weights actually, is come forward and I can come out and do different trainers call these different things. Tony Wharton calls them pterodactyls, right? Because you're coming out like a pterodactyl. Or I can just pull up like this. Now notice how I have a nice flat back. My yoga ladies know this. Flat back means more better. Not only am I taking the pressure off of my lower spine, but I'm also increasing my ability for motion here, right? And then I can turn my hands this way if I want to. Good. And I'm bending my knees just slightly. Again, it takes a little bit of that pressure off. So those are some ways that you can use free weights. You can use your resistance band, or if you want to invest in more equipment. Now this has taken me some time to get my little gym going. And I just waited for sales. Obviously I'm a Beachbody coach, so I get a 25% discount off of things. We have two massive sales every year. I like to call them like a fall cleaning and a spring cleaning. Somebody let some plastic over here. So, you know, sometimes like those step risers, I think I got one of the sets of the step risers for like $30 or something like that. So I wait for sales and I accumulate, but I also, sometimes I just invest. Because for me, obviously I'm not just training myself, I'm maybe training other people, but I also want to make sure that I have enough equipment that I can grow into my exercises too. So you don't have to have a big fancy, like I said, you can do those exercises just with some free weights. You don't, or some just heavy jogs or some, you know, something that you can hold on to. In fact, when I first started getting started and I didn't have really any equipment, I just started off with some of these. So you can do the same thing. As long as it's a weight and you can get your hands around it easily, then you're good to go. It's one of the reasons why resistance band training can be so good. Oh, let me show you one more too. Oh, wait a minute. Faulty equipment. I don't know if I can put this together or not. This one's always been a little testy. I had it out because might have to send this one back because I don't want to snap myself in the face with it. So let's see if this works. Otherwise, you can see me snapping myself in the face. That would be fun, wouldn't it? All right, so from here, I can step on both. Again, flat back, pulling up. Now this resistance band for me is really super easy. So I'm gonna reach down and I'm just gonna pull like that. So again, you don't have to have a lot of fancy equipment. However, and this is something that a lot of people tell me all the time, well, why would I do all this stuff and buy a trainer and pay for, you know, $140 down for a challenge pack from Beachbody to have you as a coach and enter in on all the secret private groups and things? Well, one of the reasons is because, yeah, you can find all this stuff out for free, but how are you going to put it all together for yourself? Over a period of time, that gets costly, and sometimes you need somebody else there for motivation. Sometimes you need somebody else there to kick you in the butt. Sometimes you just need somebody to give you a hug, right? So I have my own trainers and coaches, both in my physical fitness as well as in my business aspect of my coaching, because everybody needs some extra coaching. But this is the kind of stuff that you learn, and you learn from each other as you grow too, and you kind of say, hey, can I do this? Yeah, you can do that, or God, no, please don't do that. So anyway, have fun with it. You know, check in with me if you want to for more tips and tricks. But I hope that was helpful for you guys with the pull-ups. How much fun are you gonna have? So post how many pull-ups and chin-ups you do today or this week at some point in time, and let me know how it goes for you. Which method you use. Even post me some pictures. I love pictures. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Mwah. Bye.